Okay, my cup has been primed and ready to go. So what I'm doing now is getting ready to lay my first track, my first line of stones. If you can see, I have a nice thin line. Liquid fusion. And I'm going to lay my stones right on this line that's already there. Can you see that line? It's got like a little line there. And what I'll do is just keep laying them side by side. Some recommend the hairline space in between each stone. I kind of like mine tight, but I do have a little, can you see? It's a little, can't really see if you can see that, but it's a little tiny space. All this background, you can barely see it, but it's a tiny space in between each one. And I'll just keep going until I complete this first line. Oh, and this is my jewel holder. Sorry, that's my husband in the background. He's excited about cooking. Something must have turned out right. And like I said, with the liquid fusion, it will allow you to move your stones. Like if some of these are like not on the line exactly, I can just push them up if need be or move them around. But that's how you lay your first track. And like I said, after I get finished laying this track, normally what I'll do is let it sit upside down, because gravity definitely kicks in. And when gravity kicks in, sometimes your stones will slide. So once I lay this first track, I'll just sit it upside down like this and just let it dry. Okay? All right, I'm going to finish laying these stones and I'll get back with you. If you have any questions about anything, like I said, please let me know. Just reach out to me. You have all of my contact information. And I'm going to continue to post different things here in our group. And I'm starting on this one because this one is a customer order that needs to go out. And I'll probably have this finished today if I don't have any interruptions. But she'll be finished today. In my quiet zone. Get it? See? Got just a few more to complete that. But this is the first track. And then while you're looking at it, if you can see, I've got my light ring back here. Let me see if I can. That light ring, so it helps me to see while I'm working. Because with this black on black, sometimes it's kind of hard to see. So with that light ring, it definitely helps. I don't know why I just don't leave my glue to the side, but when I say to the side, I usually just like lay it on the side so I don't have to shake it every time it I get ready to use it. So I'm gonna finish this first line so you guys can see. You see? I moved the camera for the light. Like I say, pay attention to the placement of your stones because they will move. Sometimes you may hit them by mistake or just the glue period. Sometimes it will move. And like I say, you want to be careful with the glue. You don't want to have too much glue because you don't want glue oozing up in between the stones. The good thing I can say about the black is that with this black, if it oozes up in between, guess what? No one will ever know because it, see, these are kind of sliding already. No one will ever know because it just shines so beautiful. Ooh, dropped one. And so if you see, sometimes you don't have, your spaces can be just a little bit off. Just a little bit. Because like I said, all of these stones, even though they say that the stones are the same size, most times they're not. So if you get to a place where you have like a gap, it's okay. Just take and move those stones, like move them. I did have like a little gap right here. I should have showed you guys. But what I did was just took and moved the other stones closer together. Well, kind of spaced them out a little bit so that it wouldn't appear off. And here you go. The first track is laid. And I always go back and look at my stones just to make sure. Just to make sure it's, hold on, let me put this camera back down.